Welcome back to another episode of SlackerCraft. I believe this is going to be episode 4 of our second season. So as you can see, I've made a little bit of progress between episodes. And below me, what I have built here is... Whoops, there we go. My enchanting area. And so what I've decided this season is my bases are usually pretty symmetric. Pretty well organized. I decided I'm going to kind of go a little bit different with my bases this season. I'm going to kind of build the parts as I need them, and so I needed to get the enchanting area set up, and this is what I decided to do. I'm going to have this become a tower. I haven't quite decided how tall it's going to be, and it is going to be made out of blackstone. I found a bastion in the nether, and I went and tore down part of it to get some blackstone. I'll need some more. The other thing I did was I got, that's all the blackstone. Over here is I've been starting to get some deep slate. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the walls be built out of deep slate. So I have this nice little, this dark black with a little bit of gray in it. And this is going to be a little bit of a lighter gray. I'm hoping it looks cool. All right, so I'm going to have this corner be one of my towers. I'm not sure how tall it is, but that's the size. Over there, I'm going to build probably another tower. Maybe I'll make it square or a rectangle. It's going to be a different size and a different height. I'm trying to avoid having this nice symmetric looking base that I normally try to do. So, what did I accomplish? Well, I pretty much finished up most of the villagers. So over here, as you can see, I have expanded the villager area. And so here is all of the librarians that I have managed to get. And I actually have every single enchant at max level is available from all of these librarians. It took quite a while, but we got there. On this side, I have part of it done. This is where I'm starting to put some of the other villagers. So here I got a couple farmers, and I got some armors and stuff. And so I'm going to kind of fill it. This is going to be kind of incomplete. I'm going to kind of fill this in with villagers as I see that I need them. Because with the farmers, after curing them, the pumpkins and watermelons only take 1 to get an emerald, which is really good. So I have not built a pumpkin or melon farm yet, but now that I know that I can get a 1-for-1 trade, I don't need to make a huge farm using pumpkins and melons. I can make a relatively small farm and still get enough pumpkins and melons that I could trade for emeralds. So what I'll do is I'll build the farm, and then basically I'll decide if I'm producing my melons and pumpkins faster than I can trade them into the farmers. I'll have to create another farmer that has those traits. If not, I'll leave it as is. A few of these I'm only going to have one of. So for example, here is my armor. And the only reason I have the armor is I wanted to be able to open up these trades. So the nice thing is, I don't care what the enchants are. I can always remove them of the grindstone. But now, with just a few emeralds, I actually have access to all of the different pieces of armor made out of diamonds. So I actually don't have to farm or dig for diamonds to make gear. I could just get some emeralds and pick up the gear. And so I did the same thing with the weaponsmith to get the axe and the sword pretty cheap. And so that's what I did with those. So that basically any diamond gear that I need, I no longer have to actually dig for diamonds to get it. I can just use trading to get it all. I got a couple of things here, like I got the Fletcher so that I could trade in, string and sticks that comes from the farm to get emeralds. I have my fisherman, which also does string. I'm going to end up doing a drown farm, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to get some fish at some point, so I'll be able to use that up. Let's see here. The leather worker I haven't done anything with yet, but we'll get there. But the one that's good over here is the cartographer, which only takes 5 glass panes to get an emerald. So what I can do is I can go to my librarian, trade 1 emerald for 4 glass, turn those glass into panes and turn them in for emeralds, and I think I can actually benefit and get more emeralds than what I pay to put in. Okay, so that's going to be one way I can get a whole bunch of emeralds. Here, my farm over there is going to produce a lot of rotten flesh that I'm going to need to trade in with the cleric to get emeralds. So I have each type of villager here, and I will add some more of each type as I need them to handle the trades from the farms that I produce. All right, so that took quite a while to get them all set up, but we made it. Okay. So, now that we have this area, I better go sleep because I have not spawn-proofed this area. You can see my mob farm working there. That's the kind of like the next thing I would really like to do, but I need to do a lot of terraforming to get there. So the next plan is going to be to start working on this base, getting some walls built up to protect myself, and to protect the area there so a creeper doesn't destroy all that, which would be annoying. And the other thing I want to do is I want to start digging all this out. Okay, now the issue is that is going to be slow. I'm going to need a beacon. I did manage to, with all this enchanting here, to get all of these books. As you can see, I spent a lot of time doing this. I've been able to go ahead and, let me put this on. As you can see here, I've actually worked on all of my diamond gear, getting it all enchanted, getting everything built up so that, you know, everything is as best as it can be. So what I need is beacons to be able to start being able to dig all this out and do all this terraforming and shorten that, which unfortunately requires to withers, which is going to be a pain. I haven't gotten there yet. And the other thing is upgrading this diamond gear to netherite, which is going to require some digging. I think we could probably start that soon because my farm here, I've cleared out a good bit from it. But I should have a decent amount of gunpowder in here to make TNT, but unfortunately I don't have any sand. So what we're going to do is we're going to bounce around and kind of do a couple things. We're going to get some sand for TNT to do some netherite. We're going to go ahead and try to track down some withers. I'm not really in the mood to build a wither farm yet, so I'm hoping I can just find a fortress that works out well, that I can go just get enough to get a beacon or two, because that's all I really need. I just need 1 or 2 beacons and I will be set. The other thing I want to show you before I kind of jump off and do some of those things is over here we have our little iron farm. We actually got our villagers in there, and we have our little zombie there. Now, it works decently. The issue is it really only works at night. Because as you can see, the villagers are here. The zombies not really disrupting them. They're not getting scared, so it's not going to spawn any golems. When they try to sleep, one of them will try to pop into this bed, and that's when that villager gets scared, and that's what causes the iron golems to spawn and the farm to work. So what I need to do is I need to figure out, is there a way I can get these villagers to kind of want to move here on top of this bed during the daytime. So I haven't quite thought of that yet, but I do know that if I can get them to do that, this will work much better. But for as much iron as we use, I think this is actually going to work out pretty well for us. Okay. So I just wanted to show you that not only did I finish those villagers up enough that I'm happy with it, that I actually got the iron farm going too. I'm going to need some anvils. Enchanting all of this gear with those books, I went through like 5 or 6 anvils to be able to do it. Alright, so that's going to be what we're going to do for now. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of cut out, and then we'll cut back in, and I'll kind of let you know what I actually did. Alright, so we will see you in probably 2 seconds. As you can see, we made some progress on our base. We made the decision to go ahead and go for the beacon. We decided to, or I decided to wait to get some netherite. I think I'll do that in the next episode. But I went and went to another fortress, wandered around, killed enough wither skeletons to get a single beacon. We did not build a farm yet. Maybe we will. But as you can see, I have flattened out this whole area, and I'm starting to flatten out outside of my fence here. Mainly, I put this up just to protect myself from mobs, since I have not spawn-proofed the whole area. Now, over here, I want to show you some of the progress we made. The big thing is we have treasure chests everywhere. As we are clearing all this, we are making a mess, but that is okay. So underneath the mob farm, we have our main base, our main location. It's still a work in progress. I plan on finishing this glass and stone up to the whole actual mob farm. And I'm going to try to do something on top of this structure. I haven't quite decided what I want to do yet, just to make it look cool. Right now, it just kind of looks like a big box. Now, in here, there isn't much. This is where we have our bed protected. Over here is where we're going to put our maps once we make them. Over here is where we're going to kind of keep all of our gear, extra gear that we're going to be making. All right. So this can be kind of like where we keep our gear, our map, kind of like our central location. Over here, this was where our base was. We kind of emptied it out. What I've done here is in this corner, this is going to be our brewing station. So over there we have the enchanting area. So everything we need for the enchantments will be located there. Everything we need for brewing is going to be here. So we have storage for all the ingredients that we collect, water bottles. This is where we turn the water into awkward potions. This is going to be where we turn all the awkward potions into the actual potions with the ingredients. This setup here is has the where's it at? The glowstone, which actually makes the potions stronger. This section here has the redstone set up, which actually make the potions last longer. And then this is going to be where we store all the potions. So a nice little brewing area, just to kind of store everything we need for it in this one place. And then down here, this is just our little nether wart farm. Just a small one, manual, just come in, get enough, because we're not going to be brewing like millions of potions, so we don't really need a big farm. And of course, we decided to kind of decorate it, just kind of make it look nice. Now, eventually this structure will grow taller as we decide to do some more stuff with this base, but that's kind of where we're headed. This is going to be our pathway. I'm not sure if I like it, but I kind of wanted to have this grayish tone to go with the black stone. I think looks cool. So I think we're going to give this a whirl, this pathway here for what we want. Now over here, this fence is eventually going to go away as our base expands. So essentially what's going to happen is this central area here is going to be kind of like the castle in essence. All right, I'm going to have these 4 structures in the corners, and they're going to be connected by walls and have gates. This is going to be kind of like the central building inside. And then all my storage is going to be kind of spread out in this area. Now outside is where a lot of our other farms are going to go, and I have our first one over here. This is, of course, a standard cow crusher. We got 3 sets of cows. That way we can get meat and we can get leather. And as you can see, I started working on trying to get this decorated. And then these blocks here, the spruce, are kind of marking the posts. I'm going to kind of build this inside of a structure. All right, make it look like a barn or something. And so what's going to happen is our individual little farms, like the cow crusher is going to be inside a barn in this area. Over here, I'm going to plan out, all of these blocks from the random Enderman. Over here is where we're going to have a little farm that does the automatic shearing of the sheep. And so this section here is going to be kind of like the livestock. So I have sheep here. I'll have a little chicken cooker farm here, just so we have some meat. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the pigs. I'll have pigs. Maybe I'll just have them be around here just for decoration, but I'm not really going to farm them for anything. And then we're going to have our bees are going to be located here. So this is going to be kind of like the livestock area. We'll kind of have this be this part of that farm. And then over on the other sides over there is where we're going to do like the crops. We'll do the bamboo, the sugar cane, the wheat, the pumpkin and melon. So we're going to kind of just organize our farms outside of this castle type area as we go. So as you can see, the mobs are really dropping out. All right, let's see. Can I get up here with one? Yes, I can. All right. So I just wanted to come up here just so you can see from above what this looks like. So as you can see, these 2 shapes are not the same. That's intentional. They're actually not going to line up nice with the wall. So if I wanted a straight wall, and I don't think it would connect nice here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the wall kind of come over to the central gate and kind of jog in a little bit and then connect. Kind of intentionally going for this asymmetric look. Then over in these 2 corners, I know one of these corners, I'm thinking this one is going to be kind of like the redstone area. This is where I'm going to store everything I need for my redstone. And then I have one more corner over here. I haven't quite decided what I want to do with this area yet. But once again, they'll kind of look a little bit different than the others. But you know, from a distance, it's going to be like, oh, okay, that looks like a castle. But up close, it's going to be asymmetrical, which is going to be cool. Now, I've been flattening a lot of this land, and I'm thinking I actually want to leave this hill. I actually want to leave it. I think it looks cool. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is I want to have a super smelter that uses bamboo and uses cactus to just kind of smelt a bunch of stuff into furnaces to store up experience. It's one of those things I like to do to kind of have experience handy in my base. Also, it's going to be where I'm going to be able to cook the meat and all those various things. And so what I'm thinking I'm going to do is I'm going to actually do that inside of that hill. I think that would be cool. I'll probably open it up enough to kind of, so it's visible so you know it's there. But I just thought it would be a nice way to kind of keep that structure without having these huge farms just kind of looking out of place. So I think that's how I'm going to want to manage to use that hill. This hill over here, a little laggy here. This hill over here I'm going to leave because I don't really want to take too much of the terrain out. I'm mainly flattening it around the castle area. But once you get beyond that, I kind of want to keep some of this terrain. And I'm thinking somewhere over here. I know I have a mine entrance this way, but what I want to do is I actually want to build what looks like a mine shaft entrance over here somewhere. Maybe in like this low spot or maybe this low spot here. So it looks like we actually have like a mine shaft, and we'll like put some ore blocks, make that look really cool. And so I think that's kind of our plan here. I'm still trying to decide what I want to do about how to show that there's some support for these structures out here so that they make sense with the island. I kind of want to keep the island as it is. I think it looks cool like this. And I don't want to kind of, you know, terraform everything and make it look completely different. Like having this little island here and having that be a focus of particular types of farms, I think would be really cool. But that is the progress we have made in this episode. We've made a lot of progress off camera, in between times, recording a time lapse where I was clearing out this central area and actually building these structures. Still don't know if I like the shroom blocks in there like that. I don't know if that looks weird. But hopefully, once I build up this top area a little bit, hopefully this actually looks better. All right, I haven't quite decided how I want to do that yet. Maybe I'll have it jut out a little bit and kind of have like a little mini tower in each of the corners. That might look cool. I don't know. We'll see. All right. And so that is going to conclude this episode. And so what's going to happen next time, I think what we're going to do is we're going to work on getting some netherite so we can upgrade our gear. And we will continue working on our base. So, you know, I think we'll want to work on the sheep, the bees, the chicken farm. Those kinds of things will be really quick because we're eventually going to make use of copper. And so I'm going to need beeswax pretty soon if I'm going to start using some copper and trying to figure out how I want to deal with that. Because I think that would be something that'd be nice to integrate into this area here. So for example, this space here, what do I want to do with this? It's not part of the path. It's just grass right now. It's like, what do I want to do here? I want to do something cool. Maybe some fountains. We'll see. All right. But that is going to be it for this episode. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you've been enjoying all of the episodes so far. And then I will see you in the next one. Good day and have fun.